guys, welcome back to Delicious Dining, and it's time to make a video, and I want to thank you all for joining me on my lives during the week. I actually appreciate all of you. So today we're making taco lasagna. I mean, who doesn't love lasagna? Who doesn't love tacos? Bring them together and bam, right? Got this going. We're going to give you the ingredient first. For a bigger lasagna, you're going to use 2 pounds, but I'm only going to use a pound of burger because I'm going to make a smaller one. We're going to use a pound of burger. We're going to be using cheddar or Mexican cheese. We're going to be using, because we're going to make our own queso sauce as well, heavy cream. We're going to be using, you can use salsa, pico de gallo. I'm using fresh salsa, which is pretty much pico de gallo. This is actually amazing. And then we're going to be using butter, taco mix, and of course, some tortitos. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get started by grounding our ground beef. So I'm going to get that going. I will come back with my ground beef is all done, and then we'll see you then. So we're grounding the burger up, just like this. This is a pretty needy tool right here to just get that hamburger nice and chopped and broken up. I like to buy my hamburger in bulk because I make a lot of burger recipes. But a little tidbit, buy them like you can buy it at me. I'm a fan of Aldi's. Buy the big package. It's like 3 pounds, almost 3 pounds. And what I do is I get it home. I get some sandwich bags and I break up a pound each. And not only do I just put it in a sandwich bag, I flatten it out. You can do it with a rolling pin or a can, and you flatten it out like this. You lay it flat, so your burger's like that, right? And you can pile them on top of each other, and they thaw faster. Just a little something for you while I ground up my burger. So welcome back. I drained my grease of my ground burger, and I got all that out, and this is when we open our tacos seasoning. And like I said, I'm only using a pound, so we're just gonna put some taco seasoning in that. We can leave a little bit because we're also going to be making our queso sauce. We're just gonna stir this up. I have this on low right now because I'm just mixing this stuff in here. Nice. That way I can see what I need. I'm going to mix it, fold it in, and do not do what I just did and get it all over the stove. So I'm going to season a little bit more, and I'm just going to leave a little bit in the envelope. I do have another package just in case it's not enough. And just mix that back in. Just want to make sure I get all that taco meat. Nice. Okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. It's still on between low, not on no medium. And so I bought awesome seltzer at Aldi's. This is the mild seltzer. And we're just going to pour that in here. I would say about a cup. We're going to mix that right into the taco meat. I fold it all in this. Just like that. I might just put a little bit more. Why not? I'm going to save some for my tortilla chips later. So we're gonna. And now that we have this all nicely mixed, this is our salsa and our ground beef. We are going to start the next step. So we're just going to put this aside. Turn off our stove. And I'm going to get to the queso, but first I'm going to do this part right here. Like I said, I'm only using I don't even know what size this is. Anyways, it's half the size of the lasagna pan. I'm not good with my sizes. So we're just going to grease that lightly on the bottom. So now if you were using a bigger pan, you would probably have to cut this just to make sure your pan is all covered with the, cut them in slices or halves or whatever it takes to oh, this is not good. Some of them get sticky. So you gotta go like this, just like that. See how we covered the pan? Like that. And we're gonna put this aside. But just make sure you grease the pan or spray it like I did and just cover that in. This is going to be a small taco, but it's going to be amazing. And now we're going to get on to, we're going to put that aside as well. So we're going to start with our queso. The 2 tablespoons of butter. That on a low. Alright, I'm gonna get this nice and melted and then we'll be right back. We got our 2 tablespoons of butter melted in the pan. And I have this on like a 4 on my stove. And this is where we're going to take, this is a 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're just gonna stir this into the butter. And we are going to sprinkle the rest of the taco stuff that I had in the package. It's not a big deal. It's all going in the same place, but it's nicely just to put it in the queso as well. Me, I'll probably have extra queso left over because I'll make it enough for 2 pounds of burger. Because there's nothing wrong with having extra queso, especially when you have chippy chips in the house. I mean corn chips, sorry. I call them chippy chips. We're going to get this nicely incorporated together. All right, so we're going to leave this on a simmer. But now we're going to slowly take a 1.5 cups of cheese. I'm using cheddar right now. And we're going to slowly pour that into the mixture. Because this is going to just take some time. And I say about a 1.5 cups of cheese. That was just 1 cup. But I'm going to get another half going as soon as, you just have to keep watching it and melting this nicely together. And that's when it gets all thick. So I'm going to take about a half. And now I had some mild cheddar already left. But for the extra cheese, I'm using the Mexican style cheese. So we got that going. Push that cheese aside because you know we'll be needing more of that. So we're just going to mix this nicely in together. Keep stirring and watch it because it's going to get thickened. I have this, like I said, I'm number 2 right now. You just have to watch it for a little bit. And I'm going to get this all nicely melted. And then we'll be right back. I forgot to tell you, in the meantime, preheat your oven to 350 because that's what it's going into the oven for. So now we're getting the queso nice and thick. See how it's forming? You got to really keep on it. And we get that all mixed and incorporated nicely together. And then after you do that, now I'm going to use my own judgment because I have the meat mixture over here in this pan. And we're going to add the queso into this, right into that mixture. And I'm just trying to decide how to do it. Like I said, I made a little bit more than... I don't want this to get on my stove burner, so I'm going to push it over here. We're going to turn the oven off, and we're going to mix that nicely into your meat mixture. So we get this nicely, it'll look like this. This is your meat mixture. Just making sure it's all nicely mixed together, and then we're going to put it on there. So we're going to bring back that pan that has the tortillas already in it, and it's greased. Just don't know how I want to do this yet. And we're going to add some of this in here. I'm going to just spread this out. Maybe that'd be good. So I'm going to push that aside. I'm going to make sure the meat is all put on here. Let's go a little more maybe. So I'm going to have it like that on top of the tortillas. I'm using the flour wrapped tortillas. And we're going to put another one right on top of that meat mixture, like so. And you're going to cover this, the rest. worked out nicely, actually, I think. Get all that yumminess out of that pan. We don't want to waste anything. Put that aside. I'm going to cover that up. And now you're going to take 2 more. And just going to place that on top. Whoops, I got to rip one. Not like it matter. Right on top of that. And we're going to add our cheese. Just on top of this. Again, your oven is preheated to 350. Probably got plenty of cheese on here, but like I said, nobody says that's way too much cheese for me. So now we have our taco lasagna nicely layered. It's going into the oven, 350 for 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We have our, let's see if it's still hot. I did let it cool off for a little bit. Taco lasagna. Look at that. I put a little bit of parsley on it, and on the top I drizzle some of the extra queso I had. And look at this. It's yummy. So now I'm going to cut into it. Not going to lie, I did eat already, so this is going to be for the week. Because let me cut this not on here. Alright, you guys don't need to see me struggle with this. I'll get this on a plate and I'll be right back. And here we have, yes, I am not eating this humongous piece, but that's the way I cut it. Probably should let it cool a little bit. And you know what? Sometimes people refrigerate it and then heat it back up. It's probably easier to cut, but here we have it. Lasagna taco. I never use forks. I mean, I never use knives to cut anything. Oh, wow. I could never just eat one bite. I should have got a knife. But I can't really break into this. Don't use this at home. I just want another bite because I really didn't get any. And it falls apart just like tacos. It is so good. Okay. I'm going to finish doing my food. I got extra queso. Give me a minute. I'm so sick of talking about my mouth full. So anyways, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for watching my lives. Please like, share, and I'll see you again. This also is the mom. Love it. So good. You want to try some? You need to. Try that. I was not ready. This wasn't ready yet. Can you please? All right. Ready?